everyone, this is Orit here, and in this video we're going to talk about how long it takes to get paid on Etsy. So if you're new to Etsy and you're thinking of starting your own store, or maybe you have already and you just want to find out more about how payment works, in this specific video, we're going to talk about how often it takes to get paid, how long it takes, and how to manage your deposit schedule. But I do have a separate video on this channel that I created that talks about Etsy fees in more detail. So a thorough explanation of how much you get paid when you make a sale. And I go into detail on that in another video. So I'm going to link to that video in the description below if that's what you're looking for. So how long it takes to get paid on Etsy? It depends on the method of payment that you choose when you first set up your store. So there are three main ways to get paid on Etsy. Number one is through their Etsy payment system, and I'll explain a little bit more about that. Number two is via check or money order. And number three is directly through your own PayPal account. So the first method, Etsy payments, is the easiest way to get paid on Etsy, just because you can link your bank account directly on Etsy, get paid directly into that account. It also allows your buyers to choose from a whole variety of payment methods. They can go through all sorts of different credit cards. They can pay you through PayPal. There's lots of different ways that they can pay you, which is a benefit to using Etsy payments. Now, Etsy has this list of eligible countries, as you see here on the screen. And if you are in one of these countries, then you must use their Etsy payments system. So you have to use this method. And so, just take a look at this list. I'll put a link to it in the description below. If you are in one of these countries and you want to, you're not going to be able to use the check or money order option, or you're not going to be able to use the direct PayPal method of getting paid. You have to use the Etsy payments method. So if you're not in one of these countries, then that's when those other payment methods are available to you in order to receive money. To set up your payment method, you'll need to go over to your shop manager. So if you've already created an account, it'll be in this area here. You're going to click on shop manager. I'm just on Etsy.com. And then I've already logged in. Once you're logged in, you'll have a little icon like you just saw there that says shop manager. And you click on that, you come to your dashboard here. In the finances section, as you see on the left-hand side, click on that and then go to payment settings. Now, payment settings is where you'll be able to choose your method of payment. You actually, when you're first setting up your store and before your store even becomes live, Etsy will ask you to choose your payment method when you're going through those separate tabs. There's a getting paid tab, and in that tab, it'll ask you whether you're going to be using Etsy payments, the mail option, which is the check or money order option, or the PayPal. And they have an other option as well of getting paid. That is just you arranging a very specific method of payment with every buyer. I'm not sure how often that's used, but they do have that available as well. So as you can see here, I'm in Canada, so I'm in that list of eligible countries to use Etsy payments, which is why we're using Etsy payments. And all of these are the payment options available to buyers when they're purchasing something from your store. So that's the benefit, like I said, of using Etsy payments. Again, I go into more detail talking about Etsy payments, and there is a fee associated with it when you use Etsy payments, and I talk about that in more detail in my other video. So here, once you're using Etsy payments, from this page, you can manage your deposit schedule. So you can choose how often you want to get paid, and you can see on the drop-down menu, you can get paid every day. You can get paid once a week, or every 2 weeks, or once per month. And by default, your funds will be deposited to your account every Monday on a weekly basis. So that's the default setting. If you want to change that, you'll have to come back onto this page in the finances payment settings page right here. You're going to come back to this page and just adjust it with the drop down menu. You can select it and it'll change it. What is the minimum is there a minimum amount that Etsy needs to see in your dashboard before releasing those funds to you? Yes, there is. And it depends on what country you're in again. So I'm going to go over to this tab here. There are minimum amounts depending on what country. And if you're in any of these countries, then your deposits will occur once Etsy sees, okay, there's at least 25 Canadian in there, then we can release according to the deposit schedule that you've chosen. So it typically, your funds takes about 3 to 5 business days to appear in your account. Keep in mind that if the deposit day falls on like a holiday or a non-business day, then it'll take a little bit not longer. It'll be the next business day. So just to give you an example, our payment schedule is once every week. And so it is the 18th of March right now. Our next date to get paid is the 25th of March. So that's the Monday of next week. If Etsy sees that there isn't a minimum amount of $25 in the account, then it will not pay us out and then wait again till the next Monday, April 1st, to see if we have that minimum amount, and then will pay us out. If the 25th of March is a statutory holiday, again, it will not, the funds won't be deposited on that specific day. It will be deposited on the next business day, which is the 26th. So when you are connected to Etsy payments, typically, depending on your bank, it takes about 3 to 5 business days for that money to show up in your account, and you can set up your own personal deposit schedule. So that's the thing that I like about the Etsy payments processing system, is that it's directly connected to your bank, and that money just comes in directly. When you're first setting Etsy payments up, you do need to connect a bank account or a credit card to the account, and they go through a verification system just to make sure it's really your account. And then you can go ahead and use Etsy payments. Again, there are fees associated with it. It really depends on your personal situation, what works best for you. So that's why I recommend watching videos like these, and also take a look at the other video that I created, which again goes into detail about how Etsy payments really works, what are the fees included, and how much does it cost to sell an item on your store, so that you have all of the information to make the best decision for you. So guys, that's it for this video. If you are planning on starting up an Etsy store and you want to get 40 free listings when you first sign up, then you can go ahead and use our link down in the description below. When you sign up for an Etsy store with that link, you'll automatically receive 40 free listings. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. Back from the dead.